At the end of the lesson, the learner is able to represent an inverse function through its table of values and graph. Find the domain and range of an inverse function. Graph inverse functions. Solve problems involving inverse functions. Lesson outline. Number 1. Graphs of inverse functions as a reflection about the line y equals x. Number 2. Domain and range of a one-to-one function and its inverse. Graphing inverse functions. First, we need to ascertain that the given graph corresponds to a one-to-one function by applying the horizontal line test. If it passes the test, the corresponding function is one-to-one. Example 1. Graph. If the graph of restricted in the domain is given below, what is the range of the function? What is the domain and range of its inverse? Solution. Take the reflection of the restricted graph of across the line. The range of the original function can be determined by the inspection of the graph. The range is verify using techniques in an earlier lesson that the inverse function is given by f to the power of -1 open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals x minus 1 over 2. The domain and range of the inverse function can be determined by inspection of the graph. Observe that the domain of the inverse is the range of the original function, and that the range f of the inverse is the domain of the original function. Is this true for all one-to-one functions and their inverse? Example 2. Find the inverse of x open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals 1 over x using the given graph. Solution. Applying the horizontal line test, we verified that the function is one-to-one. Since the graph of x open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals 1 over x is symmetric with respect to the line y equals x indicated by a dashed line. Its reflection across the line y equals x is itself. Therefore, the inverse of x open parenthesis x close parenthesis is itself of x to the power of -1 open parenthesis x equals x close parenthesis equals f open parenthesis x close parenthesis. Verify that f to the power of -1 open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals f open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals 1 over x using the techniques used in the previous lesson. Lesson 11 Supplementary Exercises. Number 1. Find the domain and range of the inverse of f open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals x to the power of 2 minus 6x plus 5 with domain restricted x e r 0 x 3. Number 2. Give the vertical and horizontal asymptotes of f open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals x plus 3 over x plus 1. Give the vertical and horizontal asymptotes of its inverse. Number 3. At what point will the graph of f open parenthesis x close parenthesis equals 2 x minus 5 and its inverse intersect. Number 4. The formula for converting Celsius to Fahrenheit is given as F equals 9 over 5 C plus 32. C is the temperature in Celsius and F is the temperature in Fahrenheit. Find the formula for converting Fahrenheit to Celsius. If the temperature in a thermometer reads 101.3 Celsius Fahrenheit, what is that in Celsius? Number 5. A particular breed of tilapia has its weight with in kilogram related to its length in cm, modeled by the function w equals open parenthesis 3.24x 10 minus 3 close parenthesis L2. Explain why the function is 1 to 1.